বাংলাদেশ থেকে প্রতি বছর অসংখ্য ছেলেমেয়েরা দেশের বাইরে পড়তে যায়। এশিয়ার কান্ট্রির মাঝে মালয়েশিয়া, চায়না এগুলি খুবই প্রচলিত ডেস্টিনেশন। কেন মালয়েশিয়াতে পড়তে যাবেন? তাদের সামাজিক অবস্থান, তাদের কালচার, তাদের খাবার দাবার সব কিছু মিলে মালয়েশিয়া কি আমাদের জন্য একটি ভালো ডেস্টিনেশন? তাদের ইউনিভার্সিটি, পড়াশোনা, প্রস্তুতি কী হবে, গিয়ে কী কী ফ্যাসিলিটি পাবেন এবং এখান থেকে আপনি কীভাবে নিজেকে তৈরি করবেন, সব কিছু নিয়ে আমাদের আজকের এই আয়োজন প্রবাসী সেবার পক্ষ থেকে প্রসপেক্ট অফ এডুকেশন ইন মালয়েশিয়া ফর বাংলাদেশি স্টুডেন্ট। আমাদের এই আয়োজনে বিশেষ অতিথি হিসাবে আমাদের সাথে যুক্ত হয়েছে অ্যাসোসিয়েট প্রফেসর ডক্টর আলা কেসাভা রাও, চিফ অপারেটিং অফিসার, মাশা ইউনিভার্সিটি অ্যান্ড মাশা গ্রুপ অফ একাডেমিক ইনস্টিটিউট। মালয়েশিয়াতে পড়াশোনা করবার জন্য প্রস্তুতিমূলক বিস্তারিত জানতে আমাদের ক্যাপশনের ইউটিউব লিঙ্কটিতে ঢুকে আপনি জানতে পারবেন বিস্তারিত। ধন্যবাদ। Dr. Alla, very good evening and welcome from Dhaka to our program at Probashi Sheba Ltd. Dr. Alla, I really would like to know from your end that why a student should choose Malaysia as their destination to study. Please tell us.
Oh, thank you. That's a good question. Let me explain to you in detail. You see, Malaysia is an education system. Malaysia is also a former colonial country, so which adopts all British education system, and the majority of the higher education systems are follow British academic systems and standards. So there are near about 500 over higher educational institutions, including universities, university colleges, and the colleges in Malaysia at this point of time, which are being governed by Ministry of Education through a quality assurance mechanism, which is called Malaysian Qualification Agency. These programs and the universities and the colleges, higher educational institutions, are being governed by both MQA for quality assurance and overall for the approval by the Ministry of Education. There are a couple of options for any student to choose. Actually, Malaysia has been rated as a top destination in Asia for any international students from past 3 years. The point number one, it's a peaceful country, multiracial and multicultural country, and then people are warm, welcome any international community to come and study here. Malaysia government prioritize the higher education and invite international students from various countries. If I take my university alone, which is I'm representing Mahsa University, if I take my university, we have students from 75 countries pursuing various undergraduate and postgraduate qualifications here. There are two methods we can look at it. Number one is you can choose as a destination or a transit. If a student want to continue higher education further beyond Malaysia or beyond Asia, this is a good choice because you can come here, take one qualification or two, and further you can continue. Those challenges that we face from the Asian countries, like the visa scrutinies and all, relatively low compared to other countries in Malaysia because of the student and the country's history in terms of providing education. Number two, it is very reasonable and affordable education compared to other countries. The reason is here, if we take the same UK qualification, we offer University of East London and Anglia Ruskin dual award qualifications. Students receive the same certificate as when the student complete in UK, the same certificate, there is no difference. And the certificate doesn't mention that you study in UK, you study in Malaysia. But at the same time, if you convert into financial aspect, the cost that a student spend in Malaysia is relatively 5 times cheaper than you study the same qualification in UK. At the same time, you receive the same award what you receive in UK. Then the facilities, the standards, At the same time, the academic quality and rigor are the same. So you get the same quality education at an affordable price in a most peaceful and presentable community is what makes Malaysia as a top destination to study for any international student, particularly in higher education. Government support the higher education in many ways. So it is not a surprise that Malaysia has become a top destination within short time. Now, Malaysia traditionally have known for a lot of academic and vocational qualifications. Being a former colonial country, they have all types of systems and education methods that are kept in place to host all the disciplines you take from engineering, business, accounting, health sciences, all you name it, arts, design, all these courses are available at various universities. So it is relatively easy for any Asian student to come fit in into the environment within no time. And on top of it, from past 10 to 12 years, there are a lot of Bangladeshi citizens that are coming here to find a job here in Malaysia at various levels of qualification. There are high senior executives, middle level executives, and at the same time, in general employment seekers. They are coming from Bangladesh to find here. So within no time, a student fit into the environment. That means you don't feel homesick unless student want to see their parents immediately after 1 week or 2 weeks. If not, there is no need to feel homesick because the food, the environment, everything will be the same. So these are the reasons to choose Malaysia as to continue into their further education. If a student coming for undergraduate, you know the IELTS requirement, and please do check onto the websites that whether that particular university or institution is recognized or not, and is qualified or not, and accredited or not. The programs are accredited. These programs that are listed, every program comes with an accreditation number. Please verify it. When you before you sign up for any university, that's very important, so that you are going to study in a proper university, in a proper course with the accredited program. The next step you need to do is, where does this university is located? Very important. If you are looking for a metropolitan lifestyle, please check where this university is located. And if you prefer a peaceful environment which is away from hustling, bustling metro lifestyle, there are options available. So you can choose based on your preference. Number 3 is, if that particular university course that you are looking at, if it is an added value, for example, just I mentioned, if it is collaborating with any UK university, you will get 2 awards at the same time. That's a very good advantage, only available in Malaysia. So you choose for an university and a course that is offering a dual awards. On top of it, if you are coming for a master's program, do the same check: entry qualifications, recognitions, accreditation, and the field of that particular master program, whether that university have enough resources in terms of laboratories, facilities, and then in terms of the teaching or research fraternity that university possess. These are all available online. Please do check these details before you sign up for any university. Then the standard information, that airport pickups, bring you on board, and induction program until you are handed over to the faculty, these are all being promised by majority of the universities. You please do engage with the recruitment team, and then the counterpart in Bangladesh, so that if someone is available for you even in Bangladesh, that is very useful for you, because your parents or your guardians can communicate with them all the time. All right. So these are the fundamental information. Number 2, in terms of coming into the curriculum, Please have a look. Most of our universities, we post our brief curriculum year by year, module by module, we post on website. See, this particular curriculum fit into your expectations, or it bridge from your qualification, existing qualification. If you are coming from a diploma, whether that fit exactly into your first degree or not. It will be easy, relatively smooth. The Asian students, normally their English is not at all a problem. Majority of them is not at all a problem. I don't see much issue with the English requirement. But you do have to keep note of which university, what faculty, what program you are going to deal with, and whether it is recognized or not. These fundamental information all are available, including the accommodation, every detail we put as much as possible. And if that particular university is engaged in a lot of activities, for example, internships, mobility programs, that all gives you an added advantage. So spend some time, do your research, take your advice from your home country representatives. That will be very helpful for you throughout your stay in Malaysia. These are all my basic advice before you sign up for any university. First is scholarships are available. I talk about our university. We call it as a Blue Ribbon Scholarship. This is a progressive scholarship. When a student comes in with a good grade, they get a chance up to 50 to 70% of scholarship of their tuition fees. That's available. So they can apply through online, and then through the recruiting team, you can find out the additional details which are already mentioned. Then there is another scholarship. For example, if you are scoring very high throughout your first year, second year, and third year study, you still encouraged to apply for a scholarship board. The committee approves your scholarship year by year or semester by semester. But how much is the quantum and all, it depends on your program of study and the quantum that you apply. So meaning to say, we don't guarantee everyone going to get a scholarship, but there are a lot of opportunity. There are 9 different opportunities for you to apply for the scholarship. Then the next thing is to find a job, a part-time job. I'll talk about Mahsa University. We have a group of institutions that are able to provide internships, and while you are on the study, you can do some internship and try to join some one of the member institution within our group, so that you get an opportunity to work and learn the working experience before you go into the actual work field. All right. Technically, unlike other countries where you get issues in terms of finding a proper internship and finding a proper guidance, Malaysia is very transparent in terms of dealing with the students and providing internship. We have a program called Structured Internship Program. All right, this program provides the student opportunities at 3 levels. One, within our campus. Next is within our group. Next is we recommend to any other outside employees that are top listed. So if you are selected by any one of them, we encourage you to go and continue your internship. That will be helpful for your future employment. All right. Candice, you see, the number one is Malaysia has various opportunities for this for expatriates to work with. There's a huge expatriate community to working with. As I mentioned in earlier my opening remark, at various levels of employment. You can for the senior executives, and then middle level management, and then at the early as a beginner, there are a lot of opportunities. Technology, information technology, there is a lot of opportunities here. You know that there is a city that is built here next to the capital city, new capital city, that is called Cyberjaya. If you look at all major IT companies in the world, they have a branch here. So there are a lot of opportunities for the students to continue their career should they decide to continue. The minute there are some one window visa opportunities for the in certain areas, for example, IT, you take it, immediately you get an visa. There are within a week you get your visa after you upon your completion of your degree. But this doesn't apply to every other profession. All right, if you choose to be in the technology area that are short listed in Malaysia, you get this opportunity to work with a good institution and with an easy visa. That's if you decide to work here. If you decide to move from here to another country, that is also very useful for you, because the reason is the people that go abroad from Malaysia, normally they like to return back to Malaysia, and then it is not a country that is seen as like people looking for migrating all the time. All right, if you take China, India for that matter, I don't talk about Bangladesh. When you apply for from these countries, the Western countries look at the student candidate that these guys are going to migrate and they are not going to return back. But Malaysia is majority of them. The minute they complete their study in overseas, they come back. They would like to stay in their home country. They work here, so that gives an assurance in terms of your visa processing, and that means you can use this as a place that you continue one. You get an one award, one certificate, or one qualification, and then you can continue for your next qualification in another country. All right, whatever country that you are looking for in Western countries. So these are various advantages for you when you decide to come here. On top of it, I advise the students, particularly Asian students, is the affordability. You don't feel the pain. If you let's say you want to spend your time in any Western country, you need to spend 3 to 4 times more than what you spend here. That's very important. That makes the entire difference. So these are the various 2 points that I want to mention. One is to continue here. That is an opportunity. If you want to move further and continue into your next level of qualification, there is another opportunity as well. Thank you.
Dr. Alla, thank you so much. It was really nice conversation with you.